It all started as a sing-along class to develop self-esteem. Well, today it's grown into a 20-member performing rock band, releasing their first CD and tape last year. Special music by special people, coming up next on People to People. Good morning, everyone. I'm Allison Payne, and welcome to People to People. Today's show is about a Chicago Park District project that helps special people with Down syndrome write and play music. We're going to meet a couple of the special musicians, but first, we're going to talk with two of the administrators responsible for the success of this program. Joe Yost, a Chicago musician who composes the music, and he's director of the special program, and Lisa Dunn, Therapeutic Recreational instructor for the program. Thanks for joining us, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
But before we start talking to you two, let's take a listen to a little bit of the history and music from Joe and his special musicians.
The Special Music by Special People program is funded by the Chicago Park District. Begun in 1989, the program teaches music appreciation and participation to youths and young adults who are developmentally disabled. They perform original music and lyrics that they have helped to compose, delighting children and adults alike. The reception has been so great as to inspire their first professionally recorded compact disc and cassette. But most important is what this program does for the musicians. The self-esteem and confidence derived from accomplishment is helping them to reach their potential. Really, no different than for the rest of us, they just have fewer opportunities. I'm Joe Yost, the music instructor for the Chicago Park District who began this program. Please allow me to introduce to you the special musicians.
Special music by special people. You've got some real stars there, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't it light you up when you see them?
It really does, yeah. Now, how did this all come about? A sing-along?
Yeah, it was an accident. An instructor pulled me into the room. I had my guitar, and it was like my first day at the park, and I think it was July 6, 1989. And she just said, hey, why don't you do your thing for my kids? And I looked in the room, and I was like, whoa, what kind of job did I get myself into? And I went in there, we started playing, and you know, just singing along, and I'd play songs like Beatles songs or whatever was on the radio, and we just had a really good time. And from there, one thing led to another. I realized by playing a blues progression or something like that, they would just improvise. A lot of body movement was going on, a lot of like ideas and lyrics would be floating around. So I started transcribing it, bringing in a tape recorder, then I brought in a 4-track recorder, we started writing songs together. Now we have a huge catalog of songs. What
was it, though? You'd never worked with people with Down syndrome. What was it that kept you coming back? What was it about them?
I just felt really special about it, and I just felt really like they really appreciated me. They really appreciated me, and so that felt good. And they're real.
So they were doing as much for you as you were doing for them.
Yeah, and at first, I mean, it took me a while to adjust to it. But I mean, I realized later on now, what I'm doing as an artist is like a lot more rewarding than what I was doing with just, you know, playing in a rock band or what have you.
How old are the people in the group, Lisa?
It ranges. I've got the youngest is 7 and the oldest is 52, I think.
52, wow. Okay, so you've got the whole gamut there.
I've got the whole range.
And you work with this group of individuals on a daily basis. Joe comes in a couple times a week with the music. So let me ask you, what kind of changes did you see in them after the music was introduced?
There was a lot. You know, they would come out of their shells. I'd have certain kids who were very quiet or withdrawn, you know, during the regular camp. And once Joe came with the music, it was, you know, a totally different person, you know. We'd have kids who didn't talk that much, and all of a sudden they were yelling and screaming and singing, and other kids who didn't speak that much started coming up with more ideas and wanted to get involved. So it was, you know, like 2 different people with a lot of the kids. So,
you know, before we go any further about the music, let's backtrack a little bit and fill in the blanks for the folks at home about Down syndrome. Lisa, can you tell us exactly what is it and what causes it?
It's a missing chromosome, and with each individual who has Down syndrome, it ranges. Some are very low functioning and others are high functioning. So it depends on each individual person who has it. So,
no, in terms of people who have Down syndrome, can they lead pretty much normal lives? Or?
Like I said, it depends on you know, their functioning. You know, it depends, because some of them can go into group homes and live away from their parents.
And some hold jobs.
Right.
Kids with Down syndrome hold jobs.
Like Corky.
Right.
Right.
He's got a good gig.
Yeah. Corky is the guy. What's the name of the show he's on?
Oh, got it. What is the title? Got me on the spot.
We'll think of it. We'll think of it. But he's on. He's an actor.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a great gig.
Right. Some kids work at local food stores, and others go on to workshops. So, you know, it depends on their functions, you know.
And now you two have these people with Down syndrome performing in a rock band. We're going to find out more about that. In fact, they performed at the Cubby Bear up by Wrigley Field. I want to hear the inside scoop on that,
Taste
how
of
that
Chicago.
went. And Taste of Chicago?
Yeah, we'll be doing that again this year on the 6th of July.
Okay, we'll have more on this outstanding group when we come back on People to People.